Our next learning objective is to look into different types of break-even analysis. When are we going to break even? How many units do we need to make and sell just to break even? The one type that you've probably had in prior years, both in, let's say, high school and college econ classes and accounting classes, is called accounting break-even, and we'll go over that. Professionals are predictable. It's the amateurs that are dangerous. So accounting break-even is very, very popular. You've seen it already. This is the type you've probably done in accounting class or econ class in earlier years. We want to look at the relationship between sales volume and profitability, and when do we just break even? So it's the point where EBIT is zero, taxes are zero, and MPAT is zero. So we'll see a lot of similar terms we learned in econ class. Variable cost. These are costs that change when the quantity of output changes. So if it's $1 per unit, you make 1 unit, it costs the variable cost would be $1, $2 per unit, and so on, up through basically through the origin of the XY axis. When production is zero, variable costs are zero, and it goes up from there. You make 1 unit, it costs X. Total variable cost is simply quantity times variable cost per unit. So you've learned that earlier, and it's a line that goes through the origin again. Costs that don't change when quantity of output changes is known as a fixed cost. This might be some of the officer's salary in your company, and it may be follows the form just like the variable cost curve, y equals mx plus b. It's basically a flat line with zero slope and a y-intercept at whatever the fixed costs are. So if the president of the company is making $40,000, there'll be a horizontal line intersecting the y-axis at 40,000 with a slope of zero. So you'll have both fixed cost and variable cost in your company, and you have to determine which are which. Total costs are simply, you can add those curves together, so you can add the variable cost curve to the fixed cost curve and get something like this, and your total cost curve is just a summation of variable cost plus fixed cost. Marginal costs mean exactly what that word meant in econ class, the cost of 1 more unit of production. So a small change in output, what is the incremental cost of 1 more unit? Same thing as AKA marginal cost. Some of your professors may call it variable cost. We also have a term known as marginal revenues or marginal sales. What are these? These are the changes in sales revenues that occur when there's a small change in output. So again, 1 more unit of output, how much do my sales go up for that 1 more unit? As we learned in session 2, revenue means AKA sales.